Hello and welcome back to Heaven Will Be Mirtazapine, starring your host, Juliet. It's been a little bit, but thankfully I've got a new pair of glasses which allow me to start being able to read things on the computer again, which is really great. And I'm really excited to get back into the thick of things with our good friends Pluto and Mars and Saturn and Lunaterra and Dr. Nix, and I'm sure there are other people too. Catching up, we are at 50% with Cradle's Graces. We're thankful for our Cradle's Graces, but we're not coming back. And 50% with Celestial Mechanics. Don't know their slogan. Maybe I learned at one point. Memorial Foundation, 0% gravity. They don't even get a little dot, like with a line pointing to it. I think we're on day 7. Pilot program, educational records, metaculture and gravitational research chair, Dr. Nix. Woof, okay. Makes reading possible. Reading easy, we will still see. Of course the kids wanted to live in space. Obviously, what could be more dreamlike and fun? I never thought I would spend time with children who wanted to be here again. In the Summer Scout program, I taught the unwanted children of unwanted places. You know what that work is like. Then they gave me work that would take the unwanted to a place far away from here. Of course, not for their sake. In the Summer Scouts, they gave the worst kind of work for the kids least suited for it, only to spare those more wanted from it. Memorial Foundation asked us to take those unwanted kids away from Earth so that we could make it safe for the wanted ones. That's a duty I was ready for. We would have to fight a long and difficult war to make space safe, but for that time all of us unwanted children and unwanted adults would have something special that no one on Earth had. To answer your question then, I didn't have it planned from the start. I've always been very loyal. It happened over time, but it happened much more quickly than I ever thought. It wasn't such a far-off dream. We believed in the Academy students and were patient with them, and gave them an environment physically, culturally, gravitationally as free from Earth's gravity as we could realistically grant them. They knew what to do much better than we did. Pluto, more than any other student, because Pluto had so much to change. If she and her power fascinate you so much, you should remember the only reason she has it at all is because she was free from you. As they grew up, they made space the future we were dreaming of. And before I knew it, I couldn't think of a single reason why we should give space back to you. And then you went and said you didn't even want it anymore. Hey, Mars. You're still really mad at Lunaterra, right? I will fight her the next time I even see her. So why don't you? Why don't you fight her? I have my hands full. She's probably avoiding me. She's sneaky. You can never find her unless she wants it. But I fought her plenty of times already. Whoops. See, she wants to see you. This is why I'm worried. I don't like her sneaking around you. Are you really worried? Or are you super jealous? Both! I mean, no. I meant to type no. Mars! I've told you before you should be a main character, right? You're so straightforward. You ought to be the real hero. I meant to type no. Of course, sweetie. You just want to protect me from big, bad, insufferable, meanie Lunaterra. I want more. Yeah, we're gonna go further. What's so great about someone who's stuck up all the time? She always treated me really kindly. And not so kindly I felt weird or fragile or frustrated. In fact, she really thought I was annoying at first. Even still, she was patient. She was mean. She was sad. What did I tell you? Lunaterra is sad. And jealous. I had things so nice and so much sooner than she did. But because of that, she was also very tender and understood so much even before I did. I couldn't have without her. But I don't think we would have melted that angsty shell of hers without the both of us. She doesn't feel very melted to me. And she hasn't come around to show me otherwise. Oh? Are you expecting her to come around to you? I meant, well, anyways, she should be the one who comes back. Oh, Mars, if you want to see her so bad, you need to put in some effort too. Academy Director interviews Origin Declassified Archives Author Memorial Foundation Executive Committee. Please do have a seat. The committee has enjoyed reading your resume. The committee has deeply enjoyed these fascinating criticisms of the Newtonian Jungian model of physics. It certainly does feel revolutionary. We're going to skip further. The committee would like to express that its interest is more piqued by the candidate's interpretation of the existential threat. More on the implications this one. The committee hopes the candidate will elaborate on the nature of what an educational program would entail. The committee is especially interested in the assertion of radical cultural advancement made possible without risk of existential contamination. The committee is intrigued by refutations of the so-called scapegoat proposal by the program's current director on technical and theoretical grounds, as opposed to the usual ethical ones. And the committee invites your comment as to the end of the future of culture in space. I don't think this is for us. I think we received it, sure, but as we discussed before, I think that's all to do with gravity and nothing to do with bodies. Give me the moon. It's time to move to the future, peacefully or painfully. No factions, no dreams, just two girls lost and entwined in the warm summer of the moon's day. I feel like if you knew, you might be able to tell from the font which is which. This says Celestial Mechanics, but this sounds like Saturn. Celestial Mechanics have one thing in common, that's Celestial Mechanics and Cradle's Graces have one thing in common. That's escaping Earth's gravity. To do that, they need Saturn and Pluto to work together to corrupt the lunar gravity well. It's an opportunity for one to get the upper hand over the other, but they're not thinking about it politically. But I think we're going to go with Give Me the Moon. It's time to move the future peacefully or painfully. No factions, no dreams, just two lost girls and entwined in the warm summer of the moon's day. Launch with no delay. What are you doing here, Pluto? There's no mission. Are you going out? Just for a little while. Did you want to stop me? No, I'm getting a little better at not worrying about you. Even though you are? I'm trying, okay? Nyx is worried, isn't she? If you want to slip out for a minute, she'll be mad. I know. Especially if it's to see Lunaterra. I keep not being her perfect girl. She always thought Lunaterra was a bad influence. She's not wrong. I want to try one more time. To bring her back? What if she takes you instead? Maybe that could happen too. Don't say that. I wouldn't mind. Maybe I don't want to be the one to lead anymore. Mars? Why is everyone so obsessed with me? Why does everyone want to save me? Why isn't anyone strong enough to actually do it? Why do they think I'm strong enough to pull them up instead? I'm nobody. You don't have to be strong. That's a lie. Of course I have to be strong. Who else is going to pull me up? Even you don't know how. I don't have any talent. I don't have any skill. I just never said no. I can't. That's too much. I don't know how. I just could never say the words. So I just kept doing it, even though... Hey. It's okay. It's not. Okay. It's not okay. It hurts. It's bad. You suck at making me feel better. Excuse me? I love you. Me too. Come on. Go. Make up and forgive. Fight until we love each other. So previously we've had fight until we forgive each other. Make up and forgive. Fight until we love each other. I've never favored Memorial Foundation. And I don't think I will still. I want us to love each other. I think that's important. But I want Lunaterra and Mars to get back together. Is that something we do when we make up and forgive? No. We're thankful for our cradle's graces, but we're not coming back. On the far side of the moon, there's still some part of the dead, empty, cratered Luna left. As the terraforming engines sweep in, they turn Earth's satellite to another part of Earth. Until that time comes, this place is free of Earth's pull, a place still perfect for a quiet moment to happen. In an empty clearing surrounded by weight and life, it's the perfect place for them to fight like ships do, the fighting that ships do, not the fighting that people do. In the naked sunlight and nothing else, Pluto looks so beautiful, spinning tiny galaxies with crude macula the way she was always meant to. Of all the prototypes she piloted over the years, none suited her like this, from the awkward and embarrassing creature she used to be, to the woman who promised Earth there could be a new type of human. No longer the priceless tool of selfish adults, the pawn of space's dreamers, the princess who can remake her body out of tidal forces and stardust. She's just Pluto. In the naked sunlight and nothing else, even in this worn and wounded ship, Lunaterra shines like she always has, even with the hurt she has. One way or another, someday or another, every girl bleeds. And her Mare Crisium suffers alongside her. The drip of her wound spins like a red constellation in 0G. She's rusted, but some parts of her will never rust. The two of them have fought so much, so this shouldn't be a fight. With nothing and no one else to think about, there's no reason to fight. In the naked sunlight, for once, don't fight. Instead of fighting like people do, fight like ships do. Fight like plastic toys do. Fight like you don't have a body, like you don't hate your body. Fight your way into a new body. Fight like we used to, without trying to win. Fight like we did a long time ago, when they were training us to fight, and all we wanted to do was play. Fight like we did when we didn't have any other way of touching each other. When all we had were lasers and light, tides and time, to say what we wanted to say to each other. I'm not going to go easy. You better not. Since we're not fighting, I really don't want you to hold back. Lunaterra knows a thing or two. Lunaterra is sad. Lunaterra knows a thing or two about fighting in space. Lunaterra wrote the book. It's a kind of predictable story. So Lunaterra makes sure her enemies get sunk. You know this trick, don't you? You've seen Lunaterra pull it so many times. Fire off something to test the waters. Lead the target until they walk right into the shot. You can play that game forever until they make the first move. Don't let them make that move until you know they won't be expecting what you do next. What you do next can be anything, as long as it's what they are not going to see coming. After you do it, disengage, like passing a secret. You know this one really well, the message in a bottle, slipped between the bullets of hard light. She was the person who taught you how to blow a kiss. Sad. But Pluto is the one who learned how to make out. Her shoe's so big it makes Lunaterra look like a toy, but Pluto is even bigger than that. You have to measure in density, not mass. Then you'll understand. Pluto is the center. Lunaterra revolves around Pluto, like she always has. Lunaterra is too close when she tries to pull back from Pluto, and too far when she's trying to close in. She's on a leash that extends through space-time however Pluto wants. Lunaterra's gravity is the tug that makes the tides go in and out. Pluto's gravity is strong enough to turn Lunaterra into a new shape. Lunaterra didn't invent this, but she loves to struggle through it. She loves to see what she can do, how close she can come, and she comes in so fast, does so well, but goes too far when Pluto isn't expecting. It's too fast, way too fast. Pluto's more off guard than Lunaterra expects. Lunaterra's moon of a spear crescents right into Pluto's chest. Lunaterra wants to scream, but Lunaterra is sad. She doesn't say anything. It feels deep enough to be scary, and Lunaterra only meant to nick her. What's wrong? We were having so much fun, and you look so scared. Why didn't you block it? Luna, I'm fine. See? You can't hurt me that easy. You're not that strong. I'll always be all right. Pluto plucks Lunaterra off by the forearm, gently, with 2 fingers, like detaching a kitten or a bug. Sorry to scare you like that, but you lied. You said you weren't going to hold back. Pluto can seize Lunaterra by both wrists, and she does that. And Lunaterra is quite awestruck by how safe and helpless she feels. The gravity pulling at her from Pluto is gentle but firm. Fighting ship to ship is the only time Lunaterra doesn't feel naked, but now she finally feels naked there too. It's not so bad, though. Sometimes you have to let an animal bite you before it can feel safe. That's a thing you said once. See, I'm learning. I've learned so much. When I said that, I was talking about Mars. And you're just like her. Are you really okay? I really didn't mean to scare you like that. But Luna T, you're always overestimating how capable you are of hurting me. It's fine. I was the one who was dumb. I thought I could scare you, and you were way too smart for it. You did that on purpose, though? You really are amazing. Scary, right? Just like you said. You could be like that too, though. There's still stuff that you could learn from me. Want to be the one to teach me, then? I'd love to. Here, I'm holding you. Can you feel this? I'm trying. You don't have to try. It shouldn't feel like you're trying. It's either easy or it's nothing. You know, it's harder for me to take it easy than try out. Lunaterra is sad. You know, it's harder for me to take it easy than try hard. That's why you're so amazing. I'm so lazy. I never want to work ever. I'm always looking for the easiest way to do things. That's not true. It is. Then why are you so good at everything? I'm not. You are. I'm not, but I can't make you see it no matter how hard I try. I guess I should give up on trying to make you dislike me. Sorry, you can't win against me. You really are such a sore winner. Now I know how Mars feels. She's right. I'm totally insufferable. I'm glad at least someone knows. Oh, please be sure. I noticed too. Excuse me, of course, but you don't care. Of course I care. I love you. Can you feel it now? Oh, I really didn't think I would. But I do. Tell me what it feels like. It feels like you're holding me. What's it like when I hold you? I don't know. Am I imagining it? But I can't be. It still feels like metal. I didn't think it would. But it also feels tender, exactly like it would if you held me on Earth. This is why I'm not as strong as you. If I really thought we were never going to get the chance to touch, I don't know how I could stand it. Why are you holding me so tight? I'm feeling smug. Now look, who's the one caught now? I guess I lose. You totally lose. Don't tell anyone. Are you kidding? I'm gonna brag about this for the rest of my life. Day 8. Whew, Cradle's Graces got that big gravity. Oh, I'm so excited for what comes next. It's so nice to be able to read again. I will see you all on the next episode.